Hey YouTubers, welcome back to The Truth as I Know It by Jersey Peach. And I just want to briefly talk on the subject of accountability. Not necessarily just Christian accountability, but accountability in general. To me, or I'll say the Webster Dictionary definition of accountability is the quality or state of being accountable, an obligation or willingness to accept responsibility or to account for one's actions. Now, everyone knows the infamous story about Kanye West and how he was wilding out and how he admitted that after his mom died, he really had no one keeping him accountable. So the filter was just off and he was just acting a straight fool. And I applaud him for understanding that the issue was because he had no one to hold him accountable for his actions. So that's one of the reasons why I think accountability is so important. And I myself have had a situation in my life where I've gone a couple of years without having anyone to be accountable to, and I strayed from my personal path of enlightenment. And I'm thankful for the people who have sort of reined me back in and brought me back off that off that tangent and kind of said, look, you already know what you're supposed to be doing. I think you need to get to it. So from that point, I have certainly been about trying to strive to being about my Father's business. And accountability is not necessarily just a Christian thing. It's for anyone. If you have any type of goal and or something that you want to accomplish, having an accountability partner or an accountability group is important to stay focused and to stay on the path. For instance, if you are a college student and you and a couple of your friends are in the same class and you guys aren't doing so well, they're really not the people that you need to have as an accountability partner. You may have to step outside of your comfort zone and approach someone who's doing better in that class, who has good grades, good study habits, who's going to keep you accountable in making you stay at the top of your game. I remember being in community college, and there was a teacher, and she made us want to learn. And I applaud her for that. She was an awesome teacher, and she taught like 6 classes. She had a master's degree, and she was going for her second master's degree, and her name was Mrs. Duval. And she would walk around with her book, and when we answered a question correctly, she would run to the front of the classroom and she'd write the answer down, and she applauded us for doing well. And she made us accountable. She didn't allow us to blue shadow her, as she put it. Her BS stood for blue shadows, and she didn't allow us to blue shadow her. We had to know that we knew our stuff, and she made sure that she read every word that we wrote, and she made sure that we knew our stuff. And getting an A in her class was definitely a feat. So sometimes in life you need someone to keep you accountable and keep you on the correct goal and keep you on the path towards reaching your goals. There's nothing wrong with having dreams and aspirations and wanting better for yourself. And there's nothing wrong with having someone there to sort of coach you and guide you along. Someone who's been where you are and has surpassed it, or someone who is where you want to be, is also a great example as someone who would hold you accountable. So I encourage you to find an accountability partner or even start an accountability group, just so that you're not tempted to look to the left or to the right, but to keep your eyes focused on the goal, because so often we get distracted, distracted by the world at large. There are so many things out there that will cause us to veer off into the wrong direction. So, an accountability partner or an accountability group will help with that and make it a lot easier to stay on task. That is my take on accountability, and I hope that it has blessed someone enough to seek out an accountability partner or start a group of their own. And with that, this is Jersey Peach, and this is my walk. So, God bless, and have a good evening, a good day, whatever time you're watching this. And goodbye.